Hello, good evening, and welcome to Shambhavi Spectrum. This is Marketing Magic, Industry Insights, and today being a Thursday, obviously we have to think about food. And with food, immediately we have Deepak Jain here, who is the founder of MakeMyMeal.ae. I can start with the question is why food, but then why not food? I think is a better question. Please tell me, Deepak, how did this idea come, and what is Make My Meal all about? Please tell us.
So very interesting question. How did this idea come? I don't know. I mean, as you rightly pointed out, why not food? And for me, once life has been, people generally they say, right, you eat to live. For me, it's always been other way around. I always used to live to eat. But ever since, though I've been controlled and well disciplined in my exercise regime and all, but when I landed Dubai, I was quite surprised to gain weight even though my routine was normal. It's quite surprising. And even though I was taking food from home. And
so
then I thought,
sorry to interrupt you. Can we go 2 steps back to when you arrived in Dubai and when was this?
Oh, that's quite a long back. In 2006, I landed in Dubai. And I have been a banker before starting Make My Meal. So I came here to join Mashrak Bank.
Okay.
Right, it's been with them for a wonderful 10 years and then wanted to contribute to this beautiful country. And I've seen, as I always believe, that I've been very lucky. I always carried my lunch from home, but not many of us are so lucky. That's what I've seen around. And I was just mentioning before, we tend to gain weight quite early here, right? Maybe due to the working conditions, maybe due to probably the luxury we have. You step in the car, step out of the car, so very little physical work, right? So that's when I thought there is an opportunity where I contribute to people's health, people's saving. So that's where in 2016 Make My Meal concept was born, and then we launched in 6 months. And the whole purpose here is, if you see, it's a public data, 90% of UAE's population earns less than 10,000 dirham, right? And average people spend 30 to 40 dirhams per meal. You know, if you're not cooking at home, if you're not lucky enough to carry it from home. So it's almost anywhere between 70 to 80 dirhams for lunch and dinner. And if you see on Make My Meal, our average median meal pricing is 17 to 18 dirham. So it's less than 50% of what you would spend, and it's delivered. And it's always a wholesome meal. The whole concept has been revolving around whatever, you know, that maa ke haath ka khana, whatever we get. So irrespective of the country, religion, caste, we always, what you say, love the food we get from home. So one concept, of course, I can't replace anyone's mom, but at least I can strive to give you a wholesome meal.
Right. So let me, interesting thing you brought out that you came here in 2006 and I came here in 1989, and wow. I used to live in Sharjah. And in Sharjah, one would say that if a meal, a thali meal, if it was costing more than 8 dirhams, then there would be no buyer for it. This was like a rough estimate. So you can just imagine the kind of inflation, you know, which has taken place, or how people's lifestyle has changed, or how so many more people have come in. I mean, or so many more offerings have come in. So let us start with, tell me, what does MakeMyMeal.ae do? So you give wholesome food. You're not replacing mother's food, but you're trying to reach nearest that. And how do you do that?
Let me take a step back. When you said 8 dirham meal, so that was a dine-in, right?
Yes, dine-in, of course.
That's not with delivery and packing. No. So effectively, my cost today is your 1989 cost. If I add delivery, in 17 dirham, it's with delivery and packing.
Right.
Right. Where
and Dubai has become big. UAE has become very big.
Absolutely.
It used to be small. You know, the population density used to be very short pockets. It was not so spread out.
Correct. So the whole purpose here is to offer a wholesome meal and give you a double-edged saving, both in terms of your pocket. If you see, if you order a monthly meal on MakeMyMeal.ae, so probably in 700 dirhams you can have both lunch and dinner. And if you're ordering outside, I mean, this is a decent, of course, we are not comparing it to the lowest cost, this thing. I'm not saying I'm the lowest in the market, but apple to apple comparison, if you see with delivery, so we are on an average, you can easily say 50 dirham, 50% of your daily meal spend.
Okay.
So on average, if I'm giving you 500 dirhams of saving every month, annually you can save easily 6,000 to 7,000 dirhams.
Right.
That's purely on your food budget. I am not adding, you know, how many inches you are adding because of your eating, you know, every day a different thing.
Yes, correct.
Right? And on an average, if you order from outside, you will, for one meal, you would easily consume 1200 to 1300 calories.
Correct.
Whereas my combo, my thali is less than 650 calories.
So you have a kitchen where this food is being cooked?
We work with our restaurant partners.
Okay.
We work with the restaurant partners. We have delivery partners. So we use their facility. We help them. We curate the menu with them together because they have the specialty. We know what clients need. And generally, if you see, you can eat a thick gravy or a rich meal once a week, right? On a daily basis, what you need is a simple food which keeps you fit, keeps you awake after you have it during lunchtime, and keeps you productive.
Right. So would you agree in saying that you are actually a bridge between the customer and between the offerings from restaurants, so that the customer doesn't have to keep searching and you are curating the meal for them and giving it to them?
Much more than that. Much more than that. I mean, much more than an aggregator. Like as you said, generally in most of the places you figure out which restaurant. Whereas on my platform, we work with restaurants. We design the menu. We curate, so we have a special meal for a diabetic person. We have special meal for high cholesterol person. So that on normal other as an aggregator may not have it, right? So there is simply basically it's more most of the other players are restaurant discovery. Right. So we are not a restaurant. If you see, there are 30,000 odd restaurants in the UAE. We hardly have 350 compared to that. So our focus is not, you know, having as many.
It's not about partners. It's
about we are able to reach out and offer you good meal plans.
The value that you are giving to your customer, that is more.
Correct.
That's a great. Let's talk a little bit about the branding part of it and all this. So why did you choose MakeMyMeal? I mean, it's obvious that it's food, but then any reason why you chose MakeMyMeal.ae as your as a brand name?
Interesting question. So when I created first, it sounded fantastic. And I wanted to be country neutral and you know, cuisine neutral. So I thought that's because we are in a country where 120, 130 different nationalities. So I didn't want it to be you know, just Indian or just Asian. So I thought MakeMyMeal is a common theme, cuts across the country, cuts across the religion. So, and it's quite simple. And somewhere around
you just got that. You just said it correctly, that keeping it simple actually, and what you're offering is, nobody can mistake what you're offering is for anything else, because that is what it is. Correct. And keeping it simple rather than trying to search for a complicated name is a good idea for many businesses, rather than, you know, where there is one is trying to find the synergy in name. I think you have a very, and probably it was also great that you were able to get that the brand name, and you were able to get
God has been kind. God has been kind.
Yeah, that definitely. So there is some Dabba Wala. It says something Dabba Wala is your tagline or something. What is that? Tell me, please.
Though Dabba Wala in Bombay, in Mumbai, I mean, in today's terms, it's Mumbai. It's quite an interesting phenomena. I mean, they pick up
it's a case
food
study.
From,
it's an international case study.
Absolutely, it's an Harvard case study, and right where they pick up food from one's home and then deliver it to you without any mistake, right? So they are big inspiration for us. So, and that's what we are trying to do. Here we are picking up because 70% of UAE's population is bachelor, by force or by choice. So, so I'm assuming unless someone really is a fantastic cook. So here, what we are trying to do is offering you, the whole concept is you get your meal either at 1 o'clock before your lunchtime or before your dinner time.
Oh, wow. So
that's the whole objective. You don't need to order every day.
Oh,
so when I was
and that's why. So the model which you said is on a subscription basis. Is that
absolutely? Absolutely.
So, but do people order just like that also? Just one-off meal or what?
We don't encourage that because for that you can order anywhere, another platform. The whole purpose of Make My Meal is to give you a wholesome meal on daily basis. I mean, and just by eating on time. I mean, it's scientifically it's proven just by eating on time and a normal meal every day, your 80% of your health issues don't arise.
Yes, right. So this meal, which is curated by you, is there some nutritionist also, or does the customer decide, inform you in advance? Like, I mean, how do they convey what their expectations are or what their requirements are? How does the process take place? Today I come to you and I say...
So we have kept our model very simple, Dr. Shambhavi. If you see how our mother used to give us food or how you give food to you don't calculate calories every day, do you?
No.
I don't actually, right? It's as simple as that. As long as we have all the proteins of what we need and carbs and the essential fat and the vitamins. So that's why we call it wholesome meal, right? And the portion is controlled. Even if you have your high protein diet, unless doctor orders, then it becomes a highly customized meal plans, which one can go and then again it becomes a different ball game altogether.
Right.
So we are trying to serve masses. We are trying to give you people a wholesome meal at much affordable rate, right? I mean, 17 dirham if I'm offering a meal. Sometimes you pay that much amount for a delivery charge.
Of course.
Right. So we have standardized our meal plans based on the cuisine, based on the liking of the people, and based over last 4 years learning. So you have all the options available and one can select based on that. But what we commit to our client is you won't get the same dish for next 7 days. So we are taking care of the variety.
Right. That's a big commitment that you will not repeat a dish. My dad used to say that for 30 days at home you should not be making the same dish and everybody would like scream. But you can, if you really think about it, you can. And so what you're saying, 7 days is a big thing. And for people who are bachelors or who are not able to cook for themselves, I think it's a big. So you're providing them value in terms of the variety, in terms of money, and as well as the health factor that eating in time. I think that was a very good point that you brought out, that eating in time is so important.
Absolutely.
Because it not only affects your physical being, it also affects your mental being. Your brain needs food.
Generally, it used to happen when I used to work in bank, like after 1:30, if I don't eat, you get to, at least I used to get cranky, and I've known many friends who used to get cranky, and then rather than discussing business, we start cursing each other.
So tell me something. I'm a great believer in market research. Did you do any market research before you started on to this, and like what your model should be, what the offering should be? Did you do any kind of market research, formal, informal, anything?
You might call me a fool. I just jumped. But I had a conviction, because I thought that's something, it's really a big contribution. I'm doing it. I had the opportunity to work with the fantastic restaurant partners we have. If you see, most of the restaurants have their business towards the weekend. So all of our partners have been very, very supportive of this concept, offering us this package and this pricing and working with us continuously to, keep innovating on the menu, because that's what people look for when you're ordering a meal on daily subscription plan, right? So that way, if I look back, yes, sometimes I consider I should have done that. But one thing I've learned from a great Apple founder, that if I had asked someone, because this concept was completely new, and I have done something, because if I had asked, people would say yes and no, I wouldn't know that. So, you know, in marketing only they said best part of marketing is sales, generating revenue. So
we'll have that discussion another time, Deepak, about sales and marketing, and I had this discussion earlier also. But let's say that it was an entrepreneur's gut instinct, okay, that you know in your gut.
I would call
this decision, and gut and food. My God, are we talking so much food? Okay, so then MakeMyMeal.ae happens in 2016, and now it's 5 years down the line. And what is there something which you're doing just the same way in which you started, and is there something which you're doing different now?
No, we've evolved a lot. We have evolved a lot, but yes, ultimately it's food. So food is same whether it's today, tomorrow, or 1,000 years later. But the way we are communicating, my communication has, to a client, to our partners, has evolved. And if you see, in fact, last 1 year has taught us so many things. You know, I mean, we've become lean, and both physically as well as organizationally.
So about the lean, I have another question which I'll ask you in just a bit. But
yes, it's a complete supply chain model. You know, it's just not that I'm offering food. It's a complete supply chain service which we are working to reach out to our clients.
So in marketing, we have a typical customer lifetime value question, which always is there. So what would you say? Do you have any customers who stuck with you from the beginning till now?
We have, and they have been our big pillar of strength. I mean, someone calls me and say, Deepak, you're doing fantastic, you know, ensuring that we get food on time. So that makes my day.
Yeah, I think that's a brilliant testimonial that you're doing the correct thing as you should be doing, and you continue to do that. The fact that you've 5 years and customers are still with you, because, you know, most of the time acquiring customers is what people focus on. But when we talk about CLV, customer lifetime value, we want to see for how long people have been there. And of course, your company is new in terms of, if you look at it, you're probably just in the growth stage now for the life cycle of the organization. But still, it's really very nice, and congratulations on that. I'm sure you're doing a great job, and that is why
we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go still.
Okay, and so when you said lean, I know that you are a Six Sigma certified black belt, or is it green belt?
I'm a master black belt.
Master black belt. There you go.
Yeah.
So tell me, what were the learnings from Six Sigma which you have applied in your business, or the process, or the supply chain, or, you know, which part of it did you carry that helped you actually really do what you are doing?
It did, because it comes very naturally when you design, I mean, whatever we do ultimately, right? Six Sigma is a very basic methodology where it's a data-driven approach to reach a decision making. So, but I defied that, right? When I said I launched a business without doing a research. So, but yes, it does help when you do analysis, when you work out with the team. But entrepreneurship is much more than Six Sigma, Dr. Shambhavi. Entrepreneurship is probably 60% of your gut feel and 40% of dealing with people.
Right. So do you have a team? Do you have?
We have a team. We have both. And it's a very fantastic, small little team working together, a team of partners, team of technology partners, team of marketing partners. So it's really amazing. It's really amazing.
And so tell me an entrepreneur-based question. Do you have meetings, and how often do you have meetings with your team?
I don't have meetings. Really, I don't have meetings. I mean, probably once a week. Just because I need to show my face, we meet, but it's been a learning, right? And it's been a learning. We used to have a meeting quite often, then we realized मैं सबसे ज़्यादा बोलता हूँ. I said, no, Papa, as long as we are delivering what we agree upon, I'm fine with it. So, but we keep talking to each other at almost 10 times a day. And so
it's not a formal meeting setting with some agenda and some minutes being noted. And
sometimes I feel no, we have that. Yeah. We have that. purely from a process perspective, purely from that we keep each other accountable, right? The minutes of meeting and the accountability is very important, and it keeps, you know, one goal post, so it's always strive for. So of course we do have it, but if you see, we are a very lean team, and each one of us is generating revenue.
Okay.
So जितनी मीटिंग करेंगे उतनी revenue loss होगा मेरा. Simple as that.
Discussing the business is more expensive than actually doing the business. Is that?
I mean, we all know what. I mean, most of us. In fact, I'm really pleasantly surprised that generation now, of course, is much more mature and much more goal-oriented than what I used to be.
Right.
At 25, 30. So I learn a lot from them, and guys are quite clear what they want to achieve.
So before we move on to marketing questions in detail, I want to know what kind of a leader are you?
That you should tell me. I don't know.
How would I know?
My team should tell you.
Yeah, your team should tell, but I mean, you know some things about yourself. So what type of a leader are you? It's just a question. I mean, what do you think?
My team a free hand. I give, I mean, we agree that, yeah, this is what as a team we need to achieve. This is what I will, this is how I will support, and this is what we should deliver together, and we work on that. So definitely I'm not a bossy guy.
Yeah, so I asked this question because many people have issues delegating, you know, those who are delegating and then letting people make their own mistakes, taking it as a learning curve. Many people have issues with this. Sometimes you can't afford to do that in terms of business, and sometimes it's just that, you know, there's some control that you feel that it's going from my hand, that kind of a thing. So that's why I just wanted to know. But the fact that you said that you don't actually have a daily reporting system, or you don't, I mean, which is not a formal system, and which works for you, which, like you said, that it's a team, you're a team player, that rather than, you know, trying to, and you said you're not bossy, that means probably that you're not bossy.
No, I think both would have probably it's a different individual's nature and person, but I think sometimes formal meetings also help, you know, that right. It all depends on how the team is formed.
Correct. If they are very young and very not so experienced in that particular field, then there is definitely a hand-holding and a pushing required. I would, so we are not debating on that out here. I just wanted to know what kind of a leader you think you are, and you know, what do you think your asset is as a person, as an entrepreneur? See, after all, it is your dream baby, right? It is your baby which everybody is taking care of. So you want to make sure that your baby gets the best, ultimately. I've heard MakeMyMeal.ae jingles on the radio. Is that right?
Yes, we do.
Yes. So tell me, do you have any special channels and all, or do you have a strategy for that, and, you know, or why you need to be on the radio, and where are the other media where you are available and where you can be heard or seen?
No, radio for sure. We started off, we did Do It and Will Come Again on radio. I mean, I think that's the beauty of marketing. You do learn and then absorb and then see what works, tweak and come back again. And same thing for social media on the Google. The beauty of social media is
you have a Facebook page. Yeah, you have a Facebook page.
We have a Facebook page.
We are on Google. Instagram.
We have Instagram.
And it's regularly updated. How often do you update?
Absolutely. So,
how often do you update your Facebook and Instagram?
Daily.
Okay. And are you? Do you have a presence for MakeMyMeal.ae on LinkedIn? Okay.
We do
and
on
how
LinkedIn.
often? And how often do you post, or what kind of content do you post?
See, again, we have just started on LinkedIn, so that's what I mean. Nowadays, you have so many platforms, like right from old to newest, TikTok and all. So as an entrepreneur and as a startup entrepreneur, no, I'm not on TikTok, but I'm saying one always continuously weighs, right? It's that where you should be. You can't spread yourself too thin.
Right.
So we have. So we are very much active and engaged on Facebook, Instagram, Google. Our ads come on top 10 website through Google in the UAE and radio, and then we continuously keep reviewing this and see. So we have done some few ads on TikTok also. We're learning it.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of advertising and the marketing, right? You keep learning.
Right.
So, but as an entrepreneur and financial with background, you look at ROI right on day one.
Yes, I would have asked you that. How is your banking? How does that influence your decisions on the marketing? Isn't it a constant fight between marketing?
It is indeed. In fact, so one of the makes big attitude change an entrepreneur you need to have is, how to jump, how high one can jump. Right, so that revenue generation is continuous, this thing, but at the same time, so this is a continuous fight. It's a continuous fight. Should I spend? Should I not spend? But yes, it's helping us to keep me on the ground.
Okay. So from your website, do you have any newsletter or anything which you send to your customers?
We should be starting that soon. As you see, our last few years, we have tried to keep our model simple and evolve and, finalize that. So we have been, you see, we started off offering only North Indian meal. Now on my, we are offering North Indian, South Indian, Kerala, Filipino, Arabic, Thai.
Which was your original plan? Yeah, which was your original plan to offer any, all kinds of.
Took a while. So yes, in hindsight, if you see, I should have done that in 1 year's time, but it took 5 years' time. So yes, but these are the few communication strategy which we are looking at now, where you engage with your stakeholders on a much faster and regular basis. So yes, we are evolving it. Hopefully, in next quarter we should launch that.
What about blog? Do you have a blog?
Not very active at this point in time. Not very active at this point in time. But we are using Facebook as our communication channel and Instagram, where people interact and we can communicate. As I said, there is a continuous filtering, where all you spend your time on.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely, what you're saying is absolutely right. That's what I'm just trying to see that, have you looked into it, or is it something which you would like to do? Like you said, newsletter is something you would like to do, but you've not been able to do now, but eventually it will happen. Once you've thought about it and the benefit that it will give you, you will be. So same thing, that's what so this is just, I must point out here that my audience here is students, and I have maybe young budding entrepreneurs or people who are looking at other businesses, maybe from other industries actually, for inspiration. So when I ask you a newsletter kind of a question or a blog kind of a question, it is as applicable to anyone in their business as it is applicable to you. And some people choose to do it and some don't. There's no judgment on why people decide why they are doing that. Because ultimately, like you said, till the time your return on investment is coming and your sales is getting generated and you're able to continue providing the value which you want to your customer, you have it right. You're in a good place. And as you grow, then definitely you will be looking at other things. So you said you do radio ads. What about television? Do you do television ads?
YouTube is the latest television now. So
yes, of course.
so we do YouTube ads.
You do YouTube ads. So can I ask you a question? Is the YouTube ad just informational kind, or is it some kind of a game thing, or because this is a big thing?
We kept it simple, as I said. We keep analyzing it. It's too early for me to come to a conclusion which ad works. Right. And so currently it's more of a informational ad, not a gaming ad at this point in time. And we'll see if we need we will do that as well.
No, that's what like everyone, when there is a need, they will. And when the target audience probably changes, you would probably look at it at that time. Now your audience is very set in your.
That's the continuous question that keeps popping on my mind. That why would people play suddenly if I'm watching a nice movie? I wouldn't watch that, and I always skip. So I tend to make use of those 3 second to 5 second.
Yes.
Right, unless it's a different this thing. So the 30 seconds or more than that. So I mean, I've not been able to justify my own self that yes, I should do 30-second ad.
So I'll talk more about this, about why a gaming and thing in another forum. We can discuss this offline, because today the focus is on you. And tell me, do you do out of home? I mean, it's outside hoardings or in any movie?
It's not for me at this point in time.
At this point in time, you've not looked at it. And It's not necessary that everybody should do that. I'm just trying to understand and give more clarity on that. So tell me something about, I know that last 2 years you did some Ramadan, there were some Ramadan special offers which you did. Could you tell our audience more about that?
See, Ramadan is a very, very blessed month. And so we work with authorities, we work with the UAE Food Bank, where we reach out to, I wouldn't say less fortunate, we reach out to people who are in more need than us, right? So we work with them and we offer them meals free with the help of our friends and our clients, So we distribute free meals during Ramadan and during the year also. So we work with UAE Food Bank. Last year we distributed almost 70,000 free meals.
During Ramadan or
during Ramadan?
During Ramadan. Wonderful, very nice. That's such a blessing it is. And actually, I think in every culture, feeding other people, whether they need, not like needy or anything, feeding people itself is considered to be.
Of course.
Yeah. So
we facilitate with them, and we work very closely with.
We in fact, we even have a saying in Tamil which translates roughly into even if your mouth doesn't bless you, your stomach will bless.
Absolutely. And as Mother Teresa said once, if you can't feed 100, at least feed 1.
Yes. So with the Ramadan coming up, I hope that
we'll be able to
see some of that also. We'll be able to. Tell me something about your mentors or any people who you feel that they led the path or they guided you or something which they said which helped you become the person that you are now.
Right throughout, I think. Right throughout, including you. You guided me last year, Deepak. Why are you kept 350 dirham as the donation? Why don't you keep it 50 dirham? Right, that made such a huge sense. We did that immediately, and we saw the
Thank you.
Right. So
yes,
I've been very, very blessed. I've always been associated and surrounded by such wonderful people, even right from parents to my wife. She's a big pillar of support, and my partner, Mr. Ahmed bin Bayat, who is a huge mentor and huge support for me, and my whole team.
Right.
So yes, everyone is my restaurant partners, the way they have supported. Frankly speaking, we are a startup, right? Compared to Zomato and Talabat. They are huge, but the kind of response our partners give us is fantastic. And all the authorities, the UAE Food Bank who work with, they guide us, it's with their blessing, with their support, because it's been my experience. And that's when you realize the importance of food. We had gone to distribute, we had some 500 or 600 packets to distribute 2 years ago. And when we went there were 1,000 odd people to collect that. So thanks to the authorities who manage that crowd, but that's when I realized that we don't appreciate what we have.
Yes.
So when you see it happening, that it's a different feeling altogether. Then that made me more emphatic, if I would say.
Right.
Towards what we do and what we offer.
And I think in the last 1 year, empathy is a big word, which is kind of come and which people need to use more and people need to feel more. So
yes, I've been blessed with all the people, all the seniors, including it's everyone.
Yeah, that's what nobody does it alone. Nobody can walk alone, and you need a lot of support. And like you rightly pointed out, you've had so that's so great. It's so good to know about this. And what is your vision?
And I forgot to mention Pencilman. How can I forget him?
Right.
And he's the main inspiration of launching Gift a Meal in Dubai.
Oh, great. Wonderful. We should thank him. Of course, he's been he's mentored and he's been this thing for many causes out here. So what another 5 or 10 years, where do you see MakeMyMeal.ae? What are you doing at that time as a company?
It's a good question to know and ask Dr. Shambhavi. But frankly speaking, I'm not looking 10 years ahead at this point in time. I'm looking at especially last 1 year. taught us 10 years is too long. But yes, as a company, we should have touched at least 1 million people's life.
Right. I like it that you said you should have touched them, which is a touch point is the most, from the contact point when they become touch points.
We should have touched 1 million people's life, whether it's 5 years or 10 years. And with those 1 million people, I'm sure we will go much further. With 6 billion population of the world, 1 million is nothing.
Right.
But within the UAE, we should have touched at least 1 million people.
It's so wonderful that you're looking at number of people who you want to impact rather than looking at what the company is doing in that sense of business or
that will happen automatically.
It can happen only when you
unless I touch them.
Right.
Because it's all about reaching out to people.
So do you think at any point you will look at doing any other vertical or growing the business in any other way? Will we see a MakeMyMeal.ae restaurant or anything in the nearby future?
Maybe. It's quite possible because we are working on launching our own brands. So yes, quite possible.
Okay, and any
maybe a different avatar, not necessarily a restaurant format, but maybe a different way of reaching out to people.
Yeah, anything.
But we will always be in value meal.
Value meal. That will be your positioning. Will always be of value meal. So anything maybe in packaged food or pre-cooked food, which people would have. I think even the ladies would appreciate that, bringing some hand which you can use rather.
In a whole vision and whole objective here is to help people manage their pocket and their health.
Right, correct.
So we'll always be striving to offer a wholesome meal at value pricing, helping you save money and time both together.
Thank you so much for the time that you have spent with me here discussing MakeMyMeal.ae.
I wish you
all the very best. Do you have any last words to say anything to maybe marketing students or management students or budding entrepreneurs? Do you have any mantra which you have lived by your life and you want to share that with them to help inspire them?
I'm too young to give a mantra yet, but yes, I've always worked with the flow. And yes, it's good or bad, it depends on the person. So, but I'm enjoying whatever I'm doing. It's still a long way to go, but the biggest feeling is I'm able to touch so many people's life, right? Where still people appreciate eating on time and wholesome food. So that makes my day, and I'm sure we'll reach that 1 million. We'll touch 1 more million people this year.
Wonderful. Well, I wish you definitely. I wish you all the very best, and I hope to share the details of the company and the other social media links and everything in the description when I post it on the channel on the YouTube.
Sure.
And I look forward to catching you again. Maybe we'll have this conversation after 5 years, or maybe we'll have it earlier when you're touching another 1 million lives. Maybe we'll have this discussion then. Thank you so much once more. Have a lovely weekend. And thanks and bye.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Take care. Yes. Bye.
For more such conversations with managers, entrepreneurs, and business leaders, subscribe, like, and visit Shambhavi's Spectrum. Thank you.